And here we are. I went and rested at the rest spot, the campgrounds.
And the part that you didn't see was Nathan getting lost on his way back.
You know what? The weird part is I totally just,
stumbled your way back and somehow found it. I know, I was there.
Lack of better terms, I fate magicked my way into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame that very few people would understand that, but...
You know, just imagine magic, and then that it involves fate or luck. That's what I did.
Your nerd is showing.
My nerd is totally showing right now. It's showing all over the place. So they're talking about the deep, dark caverns, and this is...
Deep and dark, I agree.
This demo is...
oh my!
Bats! No, this demo is so awesome. Look at this. As I walk by, he's like brushing the rocks next to him because they were... Okay, he was. Now he's not.
Dynamic animations, man. They're a great thing. I have no idea how they work, but I know that they're a thing.
So all these little things are designed to get you in the right track, but they're also going to get you into a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Because you will see something shiny, and you'll be like, oh, shiny thing, and then you'll get attacked.
You know, it's kind of funny. I think we talked about this in an earlier episode, but it was so long ago it's hard to remember. But, wow. The fact that you actually have an animation for this.
Oh, it's awesome. I told you, this demo is really good for telling you how this game is going to play out. Now, if there's never another cave in this game, I will be very angry, but this is awesome. It's like you're spelunking.
Yeah, no, and it's great camera work to show that too. Like, if you're claustrophobic, I would feel uneasy.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what they're going for, and luckily it's a video game, and so if you're claustrophobic, it will affect you, but, you know, you'll still be fine.
But, like, traditional games have taught me that when I see a little gateway like that, where it looks like the walls just collided with each other, there's like, okay, well, it's just going to black out, and then we're going to load the next level, right? And that, by the way, was totally a loading sequence. That entire transition, it was loading everything beyond that point in the cave. But because it was so cinematic, it didn't feel like it was loading anything. It just felt like that was actually a part of the game to set the scene.
I mean, that's totally fair, so much to the point where I didn't actually realize that it was doing that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they're going for. It's an immersion effect. So that's actually, that, my friend, is fantastic design. And that's good design on a technical level, too.
That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote.
That is all she wrote.
You know, I say that all the time, and a lot of people have no idea what I'm referencing.
Really?
Which is, yeah.
It's such an old saying, though.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. It's such an old saying, and it's older than our time, and yet we still say it. We got that from our parents. Yeah,
that's either like a last generation thing or like a butt end of the generation before the last generation. I don't remember. That's like a saying from the 50s, right?
The show was in... I don't remember. I want to say it was like a 60s or 70s.
Yeah, it was a TV thing?
Yeah, it's from a TV show, Murder, She Wrote, I think. I don't know if that's when it first showed up, but I know that's where at least it caught on. So anyway, let's talk about these damn caves, shall we?
Yeah, so okay, you're finally killing these goblins.
Motherfucker.
And they are just... everywhere.
They're everywhere. And if you notice, I just got hit by that attack, so they have a special attack that if they hit you with, they steal a goddamn potion from you. That's why I bought like 20 of them. On top of that, they hit you and they do a decent amount of damage. So we're talking like you run out of potions and then they're stealing them from you, and then the game throws a lot of them at you. They actually expect you to kill them? I don't think so.
If you kill them, can you pick up your potion again?
Nope. It's actually unlike every Final Fantasy before where you'd get your shit back. They just legitimately take it from you.
That's actually not really... That's not cool. I don't like that, at least.
Yeah.
Because then suddenly consequence of just getting hit becomes so severe that the challenge is just too much.
Yep. And they have a lot of like quick attacks that aren't like, when that signal shows up saying, hey, you need to dodge this. That's only during that special attack that steals the potion, but every other attack is just like fast. And so when they swarm you, you're like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna attack this guy, and then you'll get hit like 3 times. You'd be like, god damn it. and then you try to guard, and so you're doing that, and then you start running out of MP because it costs MP to guard, and then so you're like, okay, I need to hit some guys with this attack so I can gain my MP back, but the moment you try to swing, you get hit. It's intense. Throwing like 20 guys at you is huge, even if they're weak, and the problem is they have a lot of life, surprisingly.
Yeah, I noticed it took at least like 3, maybe 4 hits to kill one.
Yeah, so
and when
while
there
you're
are so
trying to,
many, that's a lot.
you're trying to this guy's just derping. While you're trying to like finish them off, you'll get hit, and then you'll be like, oh crap, this one goblin has.
Yeah, that one at least took 5 hits. I didn't count exactly, but
Yeah, I think it was more than that. I think.
But
see, I was like, I'm gonna get that red thing. That's a really big deal, and then all of a sudden it was like, nope, gobs.
I mean, that's pretty clever. It's when we last talked about how they used items to kind of lead you and lure you, we were actually talking about how it was a good thing, and how it kind of leads the player so they know where to go. And that was back in when we were dealing with the behemoth, and we even talked a bit about how Dark Souls uses that to great effect too.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're kind of turning the tables and actually using it to trick you. So I'm kind of glad that they used it in every, or in both in a good and a negative way, positive and in a negative way.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Well, this is awkward.
Oh, that was so cool. I feel awesome.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I did not know. I guess that was a little like tutorial instance, being like, if you're so far above your opponent, you will murder them with an awesome spear attack.
Did you actually like trigger the attack command?
Yeah, every other
okay.
time I've tried that, I've just kind of like fell off the edge, like just walked off of it and attacked, and I would just kind of like do a basic like one of these.
Mm-hmm.
But that time I jumped and I was so high above him, he actually did the typical like dragoon lance attack.
Nice.
That people will recognize from any game with a dragoon in it, or a lancer, depending on how old school you want to get.
I feel like most games like this that have an attack like that, it becomes very unclear or very unintuitive when you can actually use that. Like I'm having flashbacks to Dark Souls actually, of where like that becomes a really important mechanic. Especially in the tutorial of the game, where if you jump off a cliff and you use the attack button, you'll do a down slash and you'll just cut a huge chunk out of the boss or the monster.
And it just like, kind of gives you that like small little benefit for the entire fight of the game.
Yeah, but the thing is, nothing ever tells you that, and so even though I would say that that's actually a really important thing to know, you just kind of have to figure it out for yourself. And even then, it often feels like it's not going to work. So you're not, you can't ever execute that with confidence.
Yes.
And it pretty much
well said on that part. I feel executed with confidence.
Yeah. It looked like it was exactly that same kind of feeling in this when you just did that earlier. So
see right there, I thought that more were gonna show up, and so I almost didn't want to go grab it. That little bit there.
It's a risk-reward thing. Although at the same time...
All right, you ready for this? Sorry, I have to interrupt you.
Is this another cinematic?
Yep. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Is this gonna get all like... Oh! That's fantastic, actually. I almost wish... And this is like very nitpicky. I almost wish there was a little bit more of a build up to that. Like the camera moves in, you move in a little bit more, and then you see the eyes, and you're just like, oh no,
and then you like have to like run away.
Yeah. And like, I still think it was pretty well executed. It's just like that little bit more that could have sold that moment even better.
Yeah, no. It could have been slightly better, but I'm ultimately... Oh, backflip over your attack. What?
Damn.
What? You saw me like not doing anything, right? There we go. There. You need to die now. I don't like that.
That attack was actually really funny because it's not as though you had him impaled. You literally just picked him up with your sword.
Fucking slammed him on the ground.
Threw him, yeah.
This attack right here is the most important thing in this moment. That Tempest attack that allows me to sweep like that.
Well, yeah, because you're fighting so many enemies at once. So, You've never gotten through the caves, right?
Oh no, I beat the demo. That's
okay.
right. They also shoot where is he? Where is he? You.
So how long is the cave?
Well, let's see. There's this, and then a little bit more. I think like after this part comes a ridiculously difficult part, and that's the part I kept dying on.
Okay.
And you'll see why. It's in the part that you know what? I'll just complain about it once I get there. And that was kind of cool, just seeing him like shoot a lot. Where are the? There we go. All right. And so this part, the first time I ran across it was so difficult for me. I literally just ran. I just left the caves. I noped my way. They noped me out of the caves. I was like, nope, and I just ran. And then like stocked up on potions and then ran out of money.
Totally fair.
I mean, that's because I didn't have a lot of items and because I was already, I was like, no, I'll hold on to them just in case I get to like use them.
Right.
And then I never did. So I've only had one potion stolen from me because I've learned by now, but if you have not watched this demo and you try to play through it and you don't realize what you're getting yourself into, you will find yourself out of potions, out of life, and trying to survive through any means.
Which is totally the intention. I think the whole concept of this cave was to keep the player feeling very, like, uneasy, like they're gonna die at any moment. Which I suppose is very similar to how we felt during the Behemoth.
Yes.
So, that kind of seems like a theme of the game already. I mean, this even goes back to talking about how our conversation about how, like, we're very human in this game and very not godly like many other
I mean, we get to do
fantasies.
some cool stuff, but you'll still die. Like, I think that's the important thing to get out of it. Actually, I'm gonna hold you here real quick and we'll come right back to it. This thing right here, this sword, like, in the ground,
is awesome.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's awesome.
Ancient
but it's like
Blade.
Ancient Blade 1, number 1. It's still... Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Okay. It teleported kind of like my weapons can, like, do.
Oh, so now do you have a new weapon in your arsenal?
I have not a new weapon, but, like, a new...
Attack.
Do you remember in Kingdom Hearts when you had, like, your upgrades? In Kingdom Hearts 2, you had the upgrades to the Keyblade, and you're like, I'm gonna go into special mode, and you, like, roller skate around and shit?
I never played 2.
Alright, so basically, you would have these, like, key chains that you would attach to your Keyblade. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it would basically put you into, like, super mode, where you'd, like, summon, like, each one did something different, and, like, it would summon an additional Keyblade, and you'd fight with 2, and you would, like, basically ice skate around on magic, and then, like, and that was just, like, one of those. And there was multiple different versions, I think. Basically, that's what I got. I got, like, a thing that I can, like, temporarily upgrade, like, put myself into overdrive mode. I guess it's the closest thing to a limit break.
And that's similar to what you just got?
Yeah, but it doesn't explain it very well to you. It just says, when you're at full MP, you can use this. And you're like, what the hell does that do?
I think the intention there is just to be like, well, use it and find out.
I guess.
I mean, it sounds like it worked well enough with you.
Fair. Let's see here. Let's see. Weapons. If I go up to at the top here. So this isn't very intuitive because you don't realize you can move up here. But anyway, the fact is, like, okay, so this is my basic one. Having this equipped allows me to teleport. So I don't know if I can ever unequip this, but it basically is just an option. Right?
Okay,
it
so
gives
now
me the warp strike and for some reason a dodge roll. I can't dodge roll unless I have this.
Oh, okay. But now you have another thing.
Now I have the new thing, and when I press L and R together, L1 and R1 together, I basically go into hyper mode, and it's the only way you survive the next area.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yes.
Okay, so this was intentionally placed there specifically to get you through this encounter.
Yeah.
So then the idea is that the player receives this now so that they know, hey, during this tough part, we're probably going to need this thing.
I'm actually going to pause here because something's about to happen, and this episode's just about over.
Okay.
So
we're ending this one a little bit early, but for the sake of...
oh, it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Totes worth it. Cool. All right, well, in the next episode, you get to see me suffer and rage. I'm going to laugh really hard if I just get through this like it's no problem. Be like, well, all right, I guess I talked this up too much.
And then everyone's going to be like, geez, Nathan.
You're dumb.
You think you're such a hotshot.
Yeah, right.
All right.
See you in the archives.
See you in the archives.
Yeah, I should have paused like 1 second earlier because he just ran off without me.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a silly thing. That's why this part's so difficult. Because he runs off.
Oh, and you have to keep him from dying because if
basically,
he dies, everyone else starts to die.
Like, I don't know why, but he runs off, and then all of a sudden, he's like all the way across the map, and you're like, how did you even get over there? And even he's like, how did I get here? And you're just like, what? And you have to go save him, and so you're fighting with one party member less, and you remember that horde of goblins I fought? There are about 3 times as many.